This is the awkward moment that Princess Anne appeared to forget to clink glasses with the Emir of Qatar at the lavish state banquet yesterday evening. The Princess Royal, 74, attended the glitzy reception at Buckingham Palace for Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani and the first of his 3 wives, Sheikha Jawahar, who are in the country for a 2-day state visit. Senior members of the firm were seated on the top table with the King, Queen and Prince of Wales, as well as the Qatari dignitaries. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani sat in between Princess Anne and her brother, King Charles, who was seated alongside Queen Camilla. After a speech, those sat at the top table stood up to make a toast, but Anne suffered an awkward moment when she appeared to go and take a sip of her drink early, before clinking glasses with Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. While Charles and the Emir of Qatar honored each other, Anne was filmed looking around the room before bringing glass up to her face, perhaps to signify a general toast to the room. But then Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani held his glass up to indicate that he wanted to show his gratitude by clinking her glass. The pair saluted each other with a drink before the Qatar royal sat down, while Anne proceeded to hold her glass up to those sat to the right of her. Charles and Camilla also did not appear to cheers each other before returning to their seats. Clinking glasses is a polite gesture that is seen to wish happiness and good wishes and is often done at special events after a speech. The Duke and Duchesses of Edinburgh and Gloucester were also present at the event yesterday evening. The banquet was the dazzling culmination of a day of pomp and pageantry, honoring the Emir and his wife, Sheikha Jawahar, who landed at London's Stansted Airport on Monday. The palace ballroom was decorated with a riot of seasonal flowers and foliage in red, reflecting the Qatari flag, arranged in silver gilt centerpieces taken from the grand service from Windsor Home Park and the orchard garden at the Glasshouses in Windsor. The flowers are donated the next day to hospices, care home and shelters through Floral Angels, a charity of which Queen Camilla is patron. Addressing the gathering, King Charles paid tribute to the unique, shared history of Britain and Qatar, which stretches back over 160 years. He said, "The United Kingdom is proud to be Qatar's oldest friend in the Western world. We have a special bond founded on mutual respect which has stood the test of time." Indeed, Qatar's role in navigating the challenges of recent years has been invaluable, from supporting evacuations from Afghanistan, to helping to keep the world moving in some of the darkest days of the pandemic. "Your humanity, vision and leadership matter more than I can possibly say," he added. "Your Highness's visit comes at another moment of great global change. We are living through significant turbulence, the climate emergency, and the white heat of a scientific and technological revolution. Just as our parents served and worked so hard to confront the challenges of their ages, so too must we. And at such times of uncertainty and upheaval, old friendships assume even greater importance. If I may, I would particularly like to express the United Kingdom's deepest gratitude for your tireless mediation efforts over the past year in pursuit of peace, in the face of unbearable heartache and suffering. In these most desperate of circumstances, Qatar's continued toil, perseverance and diplomatic efforts are, quite simply, beyond compare. The banquet menu was halal in respect of many of the guests present, and while alcohol was served for those who wanted it, a mocktail was also devised for the occasion. The three-course menu included a tartlet of Cornish lobster and quail's eggs to start, supreme of Windsor pheasant wrapped in Savoy cabbage, roasted celeriac puree, gratinated potatoes with a soft creamy cheese from Suffolk, truffle sauce and winter vegetables, with an iced Bombay with organic Samoan vanilla ice cream and Balmoral plum sorbet for dessert. In honor of the occasion, a palace page of the presence, who is studying for a master's degree in wine but is also a part-time mixologist, devised a special alcohol-free tipple for the occasion, dubbed a Royal Mirage, made from smoked pomegranate and ginger with a black lime garnish. Ahead of the banquet, King Charles and Queen Camilla joined the Emir of Qatar and his wife for a group photograph on the steps of Buckingham Palace ahead of a lavish state banquet in honor of the visiting royals. Camilla, 77, paid tribute to the Queen Elizabeth II as she paired her red velvet evening dress by Fiona Clare with, unusually, the diamond Kokoshnik tiara belonging to the late monarch. She was wearing diamond earrings from her private collection, while her necklace also belonged to Queen Elizabeth. She also sported a ruby and diamond bracelet and the family orders of both Queen Elizabeth and King Charles. David Beckham and his wife Victoria Beckham were also in attendance. It is understood that former England star David was invited because of his role as an ambassador for the 2022 Qatar World Cup. He was seated next to Nazir Al-Khelafi, a Qatari businessman and president of French football club PSG, where Beckham, now 49, ended his high-profile career, ensuring the two men had much to talk about. Perhaps mischievously on his right was new Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch, who was also attending her first state banquet. Beckham, it should be noted, also played right-wing. Former Spice Girl Victoria, sealing her stratospheric rise from pop stardom to the seat of power, was sat even closer to the top table than her husband on the right-hand side of the horseshoe-shaped dining table.